You know that feeling when you're in a constant power struggle? We've all been there, right? Whether it's with a pet who just won't listen, a stubborn toddler, or even someone on your team at work. That push and pull between leading and being loyal, it's a universal thing. Today, we're going to dig into the secret of getting that balance just right.
So it all boils down to this one simple question. Who's in charge? Who should be calling the shots? To get to the bottom of it, we're going to dive into this really powerful story about a man whose relationship with his animal, well, it's pretty much at a breaking point.
Now, listen to this. This is a guy named Sami, and you can just hear the conflict in his voice. He obviously loves his horse, but at the same time, he's just hit a wall of pure frustration. And this quote, it's really the heart of the whole thing.
And here they are. I mean, you can see the affection in this picture, right? You can see the potential for this incredible bond. But, and this is a big but, love alone isn't cutting it when there's a total breakdown in communication and, respect.
So what is going on here, really? To figure it out, Sami brings in an expert trainer, a guy named Omar. And this is where things get really interesting, because we're about to move past all the symptoms and find the real root of the problem. And wow, just look at this list. This isn't just a little misbehavior here and there. We are talking about a total breakdown. The horse is completely ignoring Sami, running off, refusing to listen, and making a beeline for a snack whenever he feels like it. It's just chaos, plain and simple.
So this brings us to the big question, right? When you see this kind of behavior, what's your gut reaction? Do you think, oh, the owner's being way too harsh and the animal is rebelling? Or is it the opposite? Maybe he's not being firm enough, and that's why there's no respect.
And here's the expert's answer. And it might not be what you think. The problem isn't too much discipline. It's a lack of it. I mean, that completely flips the whole situation on its head, doesn't it? The real issue isn't the horse's behavior. It's the owner's inconsistency.
Okay, so we've got the diagnosis. Now it's time for the fix. Omar gives Sami a really clear game plan to rebuild their relationship and, reestablish who's actually in charge here.
And this, right here, this is Omar's core advice. It's not about being mean. It's not about being aggressive. It is all about unwavering consistency. You set the rules and you stick to them. All the time. No exceptions, no days off.
And let's be super clear about what 24/7 means. It's not just during the official training time. It's constant. Every single interaction you have has to reinforce those rules. That's how you build a solid, reliable structure that they can understand. See, without that consistent structure, you get this power vacuum. And as Omar points out, guess who stepped right in to fill it? Yep, the horse. He's figured out, hey, nobody's in charge here, so I guess I am. And that is exactly what calling the shots is all about. The horse is now the one in charge, making all the decisions for both of them. Sami might think he's leading, but really, he's just along for the ride. Literally.
This is the real danger of being inconsistent. Every single time you let something slide, just this once, you're not just taking a step back. You're pretty much hitting the reset button on all your progress.
And yeah, that's what back to the drawing board feels like in real life. It's that sinking, frustrating feeling when you realize all your hard work is just gone. All because that foundation of consistency wasn't there.
Sami's whole problem really shines a light on a fundamental choice we all have to make when it comes to leadership. It really comes down to two totally different philosophies.
And this chart lays it out perfectly. This choice, it defines the entire relationship. On one side, you've got the old school way. Use force and fear to break an animal's spirit. Rule by intimidation. But then, on the other side, you have a much more powerful approach called natural horsemanship. It's not about breaking their spirit. It's about building a partnership. It's not about ruling with fear. It's about leading with respect.
So if force isn't the answer, what is? How do you actually build that amazing, willing partnership we're talking about? Well, the secret isn't complicated, but it does require a different kind of strength.
And here it is in a nutshell. The foundation of a real partnership isn't built on force. It's built on communication, patience, and yep, there's that word again, consistency. It's all about understanding each other, not just dominating. So think of this as your playbook. It's about really getting to know them, learning to read their body language like a book. You work with their natural instincts, not against them. You give them the time and the patience they need to learn. And most importantly, you provide that calm, firm, but always respectful leadership that actually builds trust. And this brings us to our final thought, because let's be real, this was never just about horses. Think about it. Parenting, managing a team at work, teaching. Where else in your life is the real goal to create an engaged, willing partner, not just someone who follows orders because they're scared? The principles, as we've seen, are exactly the same.